Michael Gove has blasted Michel Barnier and the European Union's Brexit fishing threat, stating their proposals are unfair. Mr. Barnier has offered to give between 15 and 18% of fish caught in UK waters by European boats back to Britain under a deal. The EU's offer would be worth just an estimated £105 million, €117 million. Mr. Gove told Sky News K. Burley that this was unacceptable for Britain. Ms. Burley asked regarding the UK and EU trade agreement negotiations, what are the remaining sticking points? The Conservative MP said, there are three, the first is fisheries. The EU still wants to take the lion's share of the fish in our waters, which is just not fair given we are leaving the EU. The second thing is that the EU still wants us to be tied to their way of doing things. The third thing is what happens if there is a dispute. The EU is at the moment reserving the right if there is a dispute, not quite to rip everything up, but really to impose some quite penal and tough restrictions on us. We do not think that is fair. On Friday, the chair of the Committee on the Future Relationship with the EU told Sky News Michel Barnier is set to back down from their fishing demands and offer Britain a compromise. Hilary Benn stated countries like France and the Netherlands could suffer if there is no deal reached on fishing and that a no-deal Brexit is a bad outcome for the European Union. Mr. Benn said, I have always thought that it was possible to reach an agreement on fisheries. From the European Union point of view and those countries such as France, Netherlands, who have a great interest, if there is no agreement then they could lose access to British waters which they have fished in for a long period of time. So for them, the choice is no deal, which is a really bad outcome, and a deal in which there is some compromise. Because we know it will take time for the British fishing fleet to build up to catch the fish that are in our waters. Fisheries is a very complex issue, but that is the harsh choice that is facing the EU. He continued, in the end, we all know that to get a deal a compromise will be required. It is not about Brexit, we have left the EU, this is about if a deal can be done to make the impact of Brexit, which will be bad for the economy, slightly less bad than it will be.